fourth graders. We're here today and we're going to practice comparing fractions, okay? So there's a couple ways we've done this before, but I'm going to show you the easy way. So we all like it when it's easier. This will make it much easier and much more exact, okay? So let's compare some fractions. Okay, my first set of fractions I have here to compare and 3/8. So if I'm comparing them, I need to know, are they equal? Is one greater? Remember, my mouth is open to the greater because it's hungry. It wants to eat it. Or is it less than? Remember, we point to the one that is less than. Okay, so we need to figure this out. And maybe we just don't know. It's not easy. The denominators are not the same. So it's not an easy one where I can just look at them and say, well, the denominators are the same, so the numerator with the bigger one is bigger. No, sadly not. Okay, so before we used to draw pictures. Well, we could draw a picture for this. The thing about pictures is kind of hard to get them to be the same size and to get them to be equally divided. I'm going to draw a picture for 1/2 and 3/8. It might look like this. And since it's 1/2, I would shade half. And since it's 3/8, I'm going to shade 3 of these. And now I can look at this picture and I'm like, well, it seems like this is less, but what if I drew it wrong? Oh, goodness. Let's do it without pictures. Easy way. When we compare fractions, all we need to do is multiply diagonally. So I'm going to take 1 times 8, and we know any number times 1 is itself, and I write that answer up here. Now I do diagonally. I multiply diagonally with my other two numbers. 3 times 2 is 6, and I write it up here. So now, even though this might seem like it doesn't make sense, it does. 8 and 6 are the numbers we're going to compare. So 8 is bigger. My mouth is going to be open to eat the 1/2 with the 8 over there. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do it my way, without pictures. Let's multiply. Let's multiply diagonally. This time I want to multiply this way first. 5 times 4. 5 times 4. If you're unsure, we can count by 5s 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20. There's our answer. It's right there. We put it up here. 8 times 3. Well, I'm not very good at my 8s or my 3s. I got my handy-dandy multiplication chart just to remind you how we use this. We go to 3. We go across to the 8, and where we meet, 24. So I can write 24 over here. And I find out that 3/4 is greater than 5/8. I've got one more problem, guys. Oh, 5 times 11. Well, 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 times 1 is 5, so this is 55. Let's multiply diagonally here. 9 times 6. Woo! Hey, here's a good time for me to show you the 9s trick. Any number times 9 you can figure out using your hands. Okay? So I want to do this so when I'm looking at it, I can see my number. Alright? So I'm going to start with this hand. It's 9 times 6. So 9 tells us we're using our hands. We're using the 9s trick. 6 tells us where we're going to count. So I start counting from way over here on the left. And I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I put that one down. Now if I read this number, and I hope it looks right to you too, 5 first and 4 second. So that is 54. 9 times 6 is 54. So let's go back to our problem. 54. Wow, these were pretty close. But we see that 5/6 is greater than 9/11. Okay, guys, hopefully that helps you with your fractions. And when we compare them, we multiply diagonally and write our number on the top part. And then we can do our comparison. Hey, if you have any questions about this, if I'm not being clear, if sometimes I get a little confused myself, put your questions in the comments, okay? We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.